Well, with that, we have a couple announcements for everybody. I forgot to mention it last stream here from not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. But we actually had everybody level up to level 4. We are actually already off the air by the time that happened. So everybody, you're level 4. Yay!
Yay!
But we also have a very special announcement here. We actually have a sponsor for this show and any other upcoming episodes as well. Sponsor of this episode is Love by Stella. Either guys and gals, I'm super excited about our sponsor because they make such cool crochet items and decorations that you are just not going to be able to live without. Got a new baby that's on their way into your family? Then check out this baby bonnet and booty set. How about this cool baby cocoon with hat and mittens? And for you new parents out there, how about a crochet sleepyhead? Just sleep with a sleepyhead for a few nights and lightly spritz it with your deodorant, perfume, or body spray so your baby will fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer with your smell. How about a Baby Yoda for your child or grandkids? Or even a Scooby-Doo dog for your child's forever home? And with winter on its way, Love by Stella also makes a cornucopia of blankets. And you know what? That's not all. Love by Stella also does custom designs. Take this kid's drawing, for example, that he did at school one day, for instance. Love by Stella made it into a full-sized best friend. Wreaths, coasters, beanies, dish scrubbies. Love by Stella does it all. Even custom unicorn pieces I can't show you on YouTube. Love by Stella even sent me this super warm beanie for my Chrome Dome, as well as this awesome Knight's Helmet beanie with movable face mask for super cold and windy days, or just some extra cosplay for your next D&D session. And it's all super easy to order. Just go to Facebook and search Love by Stella and scroll down to see all the different items she has to offer. You can even ask her a direct question through the messenger function, or even send her an email message directly. They're quick to respond, and they take pride in each and every one of their handmade products. And now, back to the episode. So, one last surprise for everybody. Not only are we sponsored here, but we also, do you guys remember, 2 or 3 weeks back, I asked, hey, does this look good for a symbol for the Thunderstruck gang?
The Thunder Force.
Yes. Love by Stella has agreed to make those knitted, or pardon me, not knitted, but crocheted helmets that you guys saw in the advertisement. One for each one of us in the group here, with the Thunder Force logo on it. So when those become available, I'll get how to spell crochet. Thanks, Graham.
Crochet.
But once we get those in, once they've been finished being handcrafted, we'll get those sent out to everybody. So we're just gonna go around the room here so everybody knows everybody's voices. We have Miss Astrid Windsong, Astrid Windsong, played by Violet Gem.
Hello.
Are
you sure you're done, Graham?
Oh, we all know he's never going to be done.
No, he's not.
We have Connie, who plays Calypso.
Hello.
We have Cade, who plays Inner City Witty.
Hello.
And we have Minnow, who plays JD. Or JD, who plays Minnow, pardon me.
Yep.
And we have Herbert the Pervert. I'm sorry, I get confused. We have Graham Cracker Gaming, who plays Herbert the Pervert. I mean, Leroy.
I'm totally cool with having that name from now on.
Okay.
I would like to formally request that be changed, given the circumstances of this particular Google search history. That's my
Can we call you Herbie?
recommendation.
Yeah. Or Herb for short.
Herbie.
So you guys find yourselves here. Graham, we'll get to you here in just a second here, or Herbert. I'll start calling you Herbert if that's okay, Graham. I'll leave it up to you, sir.
I'm okay with that.
Okay. We'll get over to the party here. You guys find yourself here. Calypso, this also involves you as well here. You find your guys selves here in what you guys would see as a makeshift prison, essentially, with a series of bars and a cell at the northern side of the makeshift prison, as well as a set of bars. You can see these little circles on the ground here. You also see a set of different bloodied rags and other disposed of clothing over on the right hand side of the map here as well, over by Minnow, right behind him. That's what you guys currently see. In addition to that, you also see an older female, a younger female, and then a young boy. The female and the young girl are on the north side in that cell up there, and then the young boy is down on the southern side there. What do you guys do?
Outside of game, I was still getting busy with the witch lady, right?
No, VD.
BD, yeah, BD.
Yeah.
I don't think she's a witch. I
Or
think she
is
was
it
just.
Beta? She's
Okay.
just a lady of the night.
Wait, literally.
Yeah. Can we perceive what if they have injuries?
They're a bit roughed up, but they're currently just dressed in for instance, a very crude, put-together tunic, just to cover up, the parts.
If only we had some crocheted clothing.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah. Does anybody have additional cloth on them or an extra cloak that we could use to help cover them up a little bit better? Because this place is not the most energy efficient, and it's a little spoopy and a little damp and I can imagine, a little chilly down here.
Aren't the rags their clothes?
Right. The rags you can see are our actual discarded clothing over behind Minnow.
Well, let's dress them.
I go over there and start rifling through and try to find some not
Okay.
super bloodied, but items that will cover them.
Okay. Astrid, you find a series of clothing here, a couple of dresses, a blouse here or there, and some decent shoes that aren't too worn. And you pass it to the woman. She gladly accepts them, although very, very cautious. And she says, "Are you here to hurt us? Are you here to finally take over and sell us off into slavery?"
So out of game. Are you? Okay? Is the group okay with me saying that we aren't here to hurt them? We're here
Yeah.
to help if we can.
Yeah.
Okay. So I turn to her and say, "No, we're not here to hurt you. We're not here to sell you. We are here to help."
But you're dressed just like them. Is it some type of rebellion?
No, we wore these to get in.
More of an infiltration.
Yeah, exactly. We came here to disband the Red Brands.
She puts her hand to her chest and kind of breathes a sigh of relief and says, "Oh my God, thank you. Oh my gosh, I thought we were going to be sold into slavery. It's crazy. They would torture us from time to time and do unspeakable things. My name is Myrna Drendar. You knew my husband, Thiel. He was the woodworker in town there. My daughter and my son, Nars and Nilsa, Nar, don't be bashful. Say thank you to these Red Brands." And the son and the daughter. Both kind of, daughter curtsies and the boy bows, and they both kind of sheepishly, kind of say thank you.
Pack and pull out 3 pieces of the salted pork or salted meat and pass it to each of them to give them something to eat.
Okay.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on them?
Sure, if you'd like, absolutely.
Is that okay with everybody?
So, Connie, you cast the Cure Wounds here, and everyone sees the bruises and some of the small cuts on their bodies. Go ahead and they kind of seep back together, and before you know it, their skin and any type of extremities are clear of any type of wounds there.
Are people okay with us escorting them back home to make sure that they get back home safely?
I think that's what we could do.
That way they can, try to resume a little bit of normalcy and get them out of this place.
Yeah, I think that's what we should do.
Are there locks on the cells, and can we search the other Red Brand bodies to find keys?
There sure is.
Oh, I have a key. I have a key.
Calypso, do you mind giving it a shot and trying to open up the
Of
cell
course.
so we can escort them back?
Yep, I'm gonna see if my key fits in the lock.
Calypso, your key fits into the lock, and with a click, mechanism click open, and the bars very easily with a slight squeak open up.
You're safe now.
Myrna and Nils are here up top here. They thank you again, and Myrna comes forward and says, "I can't thank you guys enough for what you guys have done here. I'm with the current state of things in shit. I forgot the name of the town.
Delver?
Yep, there we go. Phandelver. There we go. With the current state of Phandelver here, we don't have much, but I can. Well, maybe there is something. I can offer you a jeweled necklace, perhaps. I don't have it on me, and I don't have it at my home. But in my early childhood, my family owned an herb and alchemy shop up in Thunder Tree. Before it got overran by the undead. Back in the day, I remember it's hard to remember, but underneath one of the shelves on the southern side of the shop, there was a hidden compartment. You can find the emerald necklace my mother kept there. I never went there, nor did I go with Thel, my husband, for fear of the undead. But if you find yourself in the area, it's yours. Thank you. Thank you again for helping us and saving us.
Well,
It's our pleasure.
yes, I will offer to escort them back to their home.
Wonderful. Calypso, are you going to go ahead and let the little boy out as well?
Of course.
Okay. I was concerned that...
No.
I was unlocking all the locks. I wasn't picking and choosing.
Oh, okay.
Haha, picking. Sorry.
Right. Myrna, I want to play a game.
Oh, no.
Okay, Herbert, remember, hands off the kids.
Right.
Well, he's distracted by VD.
Calypso, they go ahead and take... they go ahead and file up, single file behind you.
And then why don't Calypso and I make sure that they get back, and then we will return once we get them back home.
Wonderful. We will... Oh my goodness, what did you do now? How many venereal diseases are there? Thanks, Graham. Thanks.
Depends. Are you
Yeah,
counting the ones that
relevant.
you've got?
Yeah,
I mean, yeah, you
yeah.
best educate yourself.
So, Minnow, we're going to come back to you here in just a quick second. Here's Cade, same with you here. We're going to go ahead and switch back over to Herbert and Valerie over in the hallway while that is all going on here. Graham, what are you doing?
Well, when we left off, I was on the box, and I was getting comfortable so she could just hop on.
Hop on to your member?
My dwarven pogo stick.
It's kind of dingy down here. It's how about we get someplace that's a little bit more comfortable, making house calls like this, I don't go willy-nilly like that.
Nah.
All right, but
Well,
it's going to cost extra.
Nah, I'm going to try to persuade her to keep the rate low.
All right, what are we talking here? We had 50 gold pieces?
1 gold piece.
You have got to be off your crocker. That's I'm not one of those lonely bronze level girls. You gotta pass me some coin here.
I'm going to wave my hand in front of her face and say, you will accept 1 gold piece.
Is that when you charm a person?
Yeah. Well, then I'm gonna. No, actually, I changed my mind. I'm gonna wave my hand and say that, and then I'm gonna whip my dingus out and say, and then wave that and go. Listen, you will do what I say.
Okay, are you going to be doing a persuasion check, Graham?
That's my persuasion check with my dwarven pogo stick out and flapping it around.
Wonderful. Go ahead and roll for it. Go ahead and roll a d20.
Huh.
Okay. For 1 gold piece, she replies back, "Look,
I ain't one of those bronze level girls here back at the brothel here. Look, I'm even going to gold level here for you. Normally it's 80, so I'm already giving you a discount since you already scared off my last customer."
Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll do the helicopter with my pogo stick, and I'll say 2 gold pieces.
She quickly grabs your member, pulls you closer very aggressively, and says,
"Look, it's 50 gold pieces or nothing at all."
Hey, I grab it. That's fine.
Graham, she pushes you back and kind of goes back to... she kind of storms off back around the corner, back to where you had originally found her.
I'm gonna try to bop her on the head with Warhammer.
The first Homo sapien marriage.
Good one, Cade. So are you trying to... What are you trying to accomplish here, Graham?
Just like the guy back at the end, I want to knock him on. I want to knock her on the head just to kind of knock her out.
To knock her out?
I thought you said knock her up.
That's what I heard, too. I just wanted to make sure that we clarified.
Not knock her out completely. I just want to daze her.
Okay, go ahead and roll for it.
Oh no.
Yeah, that's not going to do it. So she's gonna go ahead and kind of turn to you. She's got a bit of a surprise in her eyes, like like how dare you at the same time, and yells out like, help, I'm being attacked. This jerk, he's coming at me, and I can't. He's charming and all, but he's gross. He's trying to make his way. He's not paying the fee. Get out of here.
I'm gonna put my warhammer down, but I'm still gonna be doing the helicopter with my dinghy.
Okay. Well, she's making her way back over to the room here to gather her things here. So let's go ahead and switch back here. Just a second here. Astrid, Calypso. I'm going to imagine that you guys are not currently in the room here, that you guys have started to go ahead and escort Nars, Myrna, and Nilsa back to Phandelver here. Minnow and Cade, what you hear some yelling of Valerie going, help, and kind of a clattering of feet and almost like a oomph sound from Graham getting pushed back there.
Sounds like normal process for Graham. Must be foreplay.
Okay, Cade, are you doing anything?
Hold on.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, Graham. How do helicopter your wiener? Goodness gracious. Hey, Connie, I hope you're keeping track of all this search history, because I'm going to ask for like a 10% finder's fee on the self-help book that you're going to have to write for Graham later. So, that's the thing. So, Cade, what are you up to at the moment? I see you're making your way around the corner here.
Yep, going in a corner with
Define
helicopter.
the term helicopter dick. All right. Thanks, Graham.
I'll walk around a corner and go with okay, who goes there?
And you do this just around the corner, or are you talking directly to Herbert?
While walking around the corner before I even see him.
Graham, are you doing anything?
I'm still helicoptering because he came around the corner too fast.
Like, oh my God, I'm blind.
There's nothing to be blinded by here. It's a magnificent sight. You should be cured of all illnesses now.
Including cancer, because it killed itself.
I would have to disagree that by viewing it, that potentially there might be some mental scarring.
I mean, it is very shiny.
No, that's okay.
Rays of light will pierce your eyes in magnificence.
No. You know what, Graham? I'd really love to see you make a Tinder profile for your dingus.
And you know what? Out of game, I would totally catfish you, Graham. Like,
no, I'm gonna
like a literal catfish or what?
I'm gonna put my dwarven pogo stick back in my pants now.
Okay.
Okay, good job.
Graham, as you do so, you see Valerie come back out from that secret short wall over here with her she's fully dressed now at this point here. Does not have the red cloak about her, but also has her clutch bag with her. As she's walking past you here, she's making her way out of the dungeon here, from what you can assume. And she eyes you up and down there, says, "Look, you're handsome, you're pretty hot, you got a nice dingus, but I just can't part with that kind of your potential gold there. Tell you what, if you ever find yourself in Neverwinter, you and your pals, come on by, and we'll make sure you're well taken care of. I own the place here. I own the place by default. Me and my husband used to run it together. God rest his soul here, of course. It's called the Queen's Loins. So if you ever find yourself in Neverwinter, just give me swing on by here. We'll treat you right, and we'll call it a wash here for saving me.
You're gonna wash me?
We do that too. We do that. We got all kinds of different things that we do for our patrons, and it's all at gold prices, and we'll give you a good night, and we'll let you sleep there for the night, and whatever business you have in Neverwinter, you just come on by out and just ask for me, and we'll take care of you right.
Okay, when you wash me, can you use one of those really hard rags that has been sitting out in the sun for a long time? Because I like it when it's rough.
Like a loofah?
Oh, like a brick?
What?
A brick.
Yeah, we call it a brick on a stick. It's one of our specialties for those who like it rough.
Okay. All right.
Before she leaves, I go, that actual take off my hood and actually bow down and go, my lady. I was told by my own master to make sure you get back to your place alive.
Oh, you're gonna escort me? How kindly of you. You're such a nice gentleman.
And she holds out her arm,
I'll take it.
her elbow. Okay. And you guys are both escorted. You are now escorting Valerie Dubois. Okay. All right.
Alrighty.
So here's how this is going to happen. So we're going to have Cade. For all intents and purposes, he's going to temporarily separate from the group, and he is escorting Valerie Dubois back to Neverwinter. Yes. So I'd say at the same time here, Calypso and Astrid making their way down this hallway past the trap here that was opened wide by Minnow on our previous session. You see Valerie and Cade walk past you there, elbow to elbow.
Cheek
The
to
happy
cheek.
couple.
Yes. As if they were a happy couple. Yes.
Aw, cute.
Sweet.
And as you're passing at the end of the hallway, Valerie says here,
The same goes for you two as well. If you ever find yourself in Neverwinter, come on over to the Queen's Loins, and we'll take care of you.
While we're walking by, it's like I kind of glance over towards them and go, "This is what happens when you're service of Grifto."
Oh, I forgot that he told you to keep her safe.
I don't
Up on the
think
notepad.
Cade ever
I never
shared that with
tell
her. did he?
anyone. No,
No, I was saying that out of game. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
out of game. I'm gonna give Kate a little wink and say, "Sure, buddy." I don't do that.
Ooh.
Alrighty. So Cade and Valerie excuse themselves out of the dungeon here. Calypso, Astrid, Minnow, and Herbert, you are all there where you're currently at. What are you guys doing?
I think we should, out of game, I think we should explore the environment, and I would like to check on Mr. Charles, make sure he's doing okay as well. So I'm going to make my way down there.
Oh, outside of game, I gotta say real quick. I actually met someone named Charles Jr. in the last couple of weeks, and I immediately,
Really?
yeah, I immediately thought of this guy.
Oh my goodness. Did you offer him balls?
No.
I hope not.
He crouched over,
Your previous
having one eye.
employer. I offered him some balls.
he offered a one-eyed Willie.
Oh, no.
Oh my goodness! All right, Violet, you go over to Charles Jr. and he reaches out as soon as you get within that 30-foot range here of Charles Jr. here. You hear that familiar voice in your mind that cackles again there and says,
Looks like everything okay.
Yep, everything's okay.
Good.
Do you want to have a little space of your own down by the water, so that way you have a place that is specifically your own?
Yes.
Which area would you like to be in, and we can get you set up?
Yeah. Anything better than nothing.
Well, which area tickles your fancy?
Charles Jr. Points over to where you would see is the upper bridge here. You would indicate that this is just down in the crevice, underneath the bridge here.
I will take off the cloak, and I will go under the bridge and make a little makeshift bed until we find something different, and then I'll make sure that there is some raw meat. The sashimi meat from before is placed in the nearby crevice in the water.
Okay. Charles intently watches you as you hear those whispers in your mind, not necessarily of any type of, not of words, but more so of like giggly enjoyment, just kind of giddy happy noises you hear in your mind. And once you finish making the makeshift residence, he hops into the makeshift bed that you make him here and happily and very quickly falls asleep in front of you there, still with the distended stomach there as well.
I sit by near the water, and I'll investigate to make sure that there isn't anything hidden and that there isn't like any rotting food that could contaminate the water or contaminate his other food.
Okay, go ahead and roll if you want to. Go ahead and roll a perception. You don't find much of anything, Violet, or pardon me, Astrid. Just a couple of snippets of like old dusty clothing, just sitting in the crevice there. Nothing that would necessarily contaminate the water. Just little snippets of clothing here and there from older, gone and decayed bodies.
And I just hang out over there and start going through my pack, making sure everything is organized.
Okay. Alrighty, wonderful. As you do that here, we'll go ahead and switch over to Herbert, Calypso, and Minnow. What are you guys doing?
Well, I want to say that I came around the corner here, and I want to go behind the hidden wall that VD was going behind, try to see what was back there.
Okay, go ahead and move your character to which room? Is that, what, room 12?
Yeah.
You primarily, as you go ahead and search the room here, you find yourself a brass key in the room. You also find that the bed in the corner is still made, pillow in place. Nothing interesting about it. You look underneath the mattress, or makeshift hay-filled mattress. Nothing of any significant interest. You go through the series of boxes. A lot of it's just more like fresh cooked meat. Not necessarily salted to preserve it, but just freshly cooked meat, as if this, the inhabitants, or the recently departed inhabitants, ate a little bit better than everybody else inside the manor here.
Grab the meat and see if anybody's got some salt later, or we get salted in town. I'm also going to go over to the bed, and I'm going to stick my head into the sheets and give it a nice big sniffer.
Actually, I do have a question from last week's session. I didn't watch the full episode because I haven't even started editing it, for let everybody know. Did anybody ravage room number 12? Did we give anybody treasure? I can't recall.
I don't remember where we searched.
We never searched room 12. We just stumbled across.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Alrighty. In that case, retroactively, Graham, you find a small pouch underneath the pillow, kind of haphazardly pushed into the pillowcase here. You find 180 silver pieces, 130 gold pieces, a silk pouch containing 5. I'm gonna butcher this word here, so I'm gonna have to look it up later here. 5 carnelians, carnelians, CARNELIANS. You might want to Google it. Valued at 10. Yep, CARNELIANS.
Red crystal.
That's red crystal. Wonderful. So yeah, Graham, you found 5 of those. They're valued at 10 gold pieces each. You also find 2 peridots, which is it's another type of semi-precious gem.
Mm-hmm. And
Worth
it's carnelian.
Oh, carnelian. Yep. Thank you.
Like karma chameleon.
Very nice. Very nice. Oh my God, Graham! 5 snakeskin. Oh my God. Well, Graham, if you would like, you can hold on to those, because you could make like a makeshift, butt plug with the dwarf head embedded on it.
That sounds good.
By the way, I wrote that down as well.
And call it Kiss This.
Right.
Kiss the duel.
In addition to the 2 peridots worth about 15 gold each, you also found 1 pristine pearl worth about 100 gold pieces. Okay.
Wait for those favors.
Please piss that off. I was stupidly giggling.
I'm sorry. Say that again, Graham.
All right, 5 carnelians, 2 peridot, and 1 pearl.
Yep. Correct. As well as the 180 silver pieces and 130 gold pieces. All of the different semi-precious stones.
5 carnelian.
The semi-precious stones were all in the silk pouch.
2 peridot. Hey, I have a question out of game.
Yes.
Do these crystals have like powers in game, or is that not part of D&D?
I believe generally they're used as like alchemical materials, if memory serves correctly.
So like if you Google the properties that are believed to be held in peridot, like warding off evil, will it have that power in game?
We could definitely work it in, I'd imagine. Yep. If you can find like D&D lore about it, let's talk about it offline.
It's not necessarily D&D lore. It's
like the charges of crystals and stuff like that.
Oh, I see.
Like how people put the crystals in the moon to give them moon charge, and in the sun for sun charge, and in water to cleanse them, all that stuff.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say no. I just say, Connie, or probably Calypso, if you'd like to go down that route, just go ahead and just DM me the crystal that you have, if you have any others as well on you, and then what they do, and we can definitely work it in.
all right.
I'd be happy to go ahead and work in some type of story element that would that we could cater to that. I think that'd be a cool plot point. All right, Graham. So that's where you're currently at.
Okay,
is in that room. You just go ahead, and as you're finding those items here, we'll switch back over to Calypso. What are you doing, Calypso?
Just hanging out, I guess. I don't know, what rooms have we not investigated yet?
6, which is why I'm about to.
The rooms that have not been investigated here are rooms 6, 11. Let's see here. I don't think anybody's really looked in room 10, and I think you guys looked in room 9 already. So it's just 10, 11. Yeah, 10, 11, and 6.
I'm gonna investigate room 10. It looks pretty interesting.
Okay. Alright. Connie, you make your way back over to room 10 here. Minus the dead bodies and blood and whatnot. You find yourself full of a room just filled to the brim with those styrene foam cups. Just all over the place here amongst like the salted pork and some of those provisions and stuff like that. Each one of the cups has a Happy St. Schwimmen's Day printed on the side of it, just all hand painted on the side of it here. And at the bottom of each one of the cups, you see a face at the bottom, like when you drink like let's say you drink your entire coffee mug, not on the bottom of the cup, but like liquid reveals said picture. You find a picture of somebody at the bottom of the cup there.
Is it anybody I recognize?
You can roll for it. Roll a intelligence for me, if you would please.
What dice do I use?
That would have been a D20.
D20?
Yep.
2.
Okay. Unfortunately, Connie, you don't recognize the person at the bottom of the cup. It's just of this dragon looking person, this lizard folk looking guy.
Was it that guy that Dragonborn?
It most certainly looks like a dragonborn. He has a monocle on one eye with a big toothy smile.
It's a picture on the inside bottom of the styrene cup.
Oh, is it the guy that proposed it to the mayor? That proposed the idea that we were looking for, that we had to connect with?
Out of game, yes, but Connie kind of rolled pretty low.
I didn't figure that out.
Yeah, it's like, huh? Well, okay.
Huh.
Graham, are you trying
I don't
to
like it because he's a dragon, but...
Graham, are you trying to... I think Graham is trying to suplex Connie on a table in game.
Oh no.
Go ahead, Violet.
Since my character has been keeping the journals, would it be possible for Calypso to ask if I have any notes? Or actually no.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Go ahead and roleplay it out.
I'm gonna
Absolutely.
take a cup and go find Giovanni. You know this guy?
So when she asks, I start looking through my notes and say, well, there was a dragonborn that had originally made the proposal to the mayor for these cups that we walked in on, but we were looking at him. Yeah. So it is somebody that we're looking for because we have to connect with him. Yeah, he's kind of a dick. It even says so right in my notes. He's kind of a dick.
Alrighty.
Thank you for that information.
Yay! Quest journal. Alrighty. Minnow, narrative has switched to you, sir. You are in the limelight.
Yay. Yeah, I want to get into this room. So, is the door locked?
It most certainly is. Yes, sir.
Okay.
I have a key.
Yeah, but you're too far away to hear me.
Oh, okay.
How sturdy does the door look?
It looks pretty sturdy, actually. It's got iron bands on it, on top of wood. But you think that you might be able to give it a good old college try, heave-ho.
Yeah, let's have a...
With an appropriate strength check, which I will look up here.
I think he'd overdo it.
Or it could be lockpicked, perhaps. Who knows? Who knows such things?
Let's have a look. Yeah, you never know. Although, what could I use as a lockpick?
Your shoulder?
Your horn.
Yeah, get with my horn.
Sorry, I'm not there.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kate is in the middle of escorting lady of the night. Okay, so you're gonna go ahead and charge the door with your horn?
Yeah, I'm gonna take a step back and I'm gonna rush the door and hit it hard.
Okay, go ahead and give me a strength check.
Ooh, right. This is where we run really rubbish.
Oh no! Oh no!
It is plus 5, but still.
Okay, still that was a 1. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Minnow, the tip of your right horn, it fractures and it just like a piece of fine china, it breaks, and the tip of your horn breaks off in the door itself, right between the metal bands there, and
Awesome.
it kind of dazes you a little bit. Everybody else in the party, you hear this thunderous thunk. It almost shakes the walls a little bit. It's so loud. So Minnow is currently a little bit dazed there. Astrid, what are you doing?
So I am sitting and writing in my journal the notes of what has happened so far to keep a catalog of it.
Okay, in game or out of game or both?
Both.
Okay. Alrighty. All right. You clatter away with the notes and whatnot, and then are doing your thing. Herbert, what are you up to, sir?
I'm gonna go investigate that noise,
Okay, go ahead and move your piece where you choose to.
and then I come up and I realize it's him, and I
Yep.
want to ask him if there's anything I can do to help soothe him.
No. But there's a piece of a horn stuck in the door there. If you hit it with the hammer, you might just smash the door open because it's going to have weakened it.
All right, I'm
My
going to do
horn,
just
baby.
that. I'm going to give a nice whack horn in the door. I'm just going to go whack. Let's get some whacking done here.
Spank my horn.
Oh, I'm going to give it a nice spanking.
Okay, so sorry, I was typing in Discord here. Graham, tell me what you're doing again. I'm sorry.
I'm going to spank the horn that is stuck in the door with my hammer.
Okay. You ever so delicately pound the rest of it just like a nail into the wooden piece of the door. You hear a little bit of the wood, not necessarily splinter, but you hear kind of creaky, cracky noises. But nothing else other than that, other than this round circle, which would essentially be the horn that you pounded into the door, flat against the door.
Okay.
Cool. That's
So
weakened it
then
nicely.
I'm going to hit that same spot with my hammer again, but a lot harder. I want to try to push that horn all the way through and crack the door open like a log.
Arnie, go ahead and give me a strength check, if you would please. It's a D20.
Ooh, natural point.
Wow. Wow. Very nice. We went from a 1
1
critical
to
failure
20.
to a 20. All right. Fair enough. I think that's going to be play of the game, Astrid, for this one. For a 20.
Minnow, you're outplayed.
Right?
Yep.
So, Herbert, you are able to go ahead and hit this, hit the what's left of the horn even deeper into the door, and you hear this giant crack noise of just splinters that just go ahead and just heave in. The door basically splits in two. In a that opens up a crack that was unseen earlier, and the door basically falls off of its hinges and comes clambering down onto the floor inside. Inside this room here, you immediately identify it as an armory. You guys see racks of weapons that line the walls of this chamber here, including spears, swords, crossbows, and bolts. You also see a dozen dirty red cloaks hanging from hooks by the door.
Clarifying question.
Yes.
Are the dirty cloaks, do they have poo on them?
No. It's mostly just
That's the underwear, Graham.
wear and
That's
tear
the suit.
and dirt.
Yeah, well, he said they were dirty, so I want to know what kind of dirt was on them. I'm going to go over to one of the cloaks and sniff it with my nose.
Okay. It smells a little bit dingy, like it's been worn, but has definitely needs a wash. Kind of doesn't necessarily have like BO, but just like 4 or 5 day old smelling like pants type of smell.
I'm going to rub it all over my face.
Okay.
Oh my God.
You go ahead and do that. You now have a smelly face.
Okay, so I'm going to look at Minnow and I'm going to say, well, first of all, I think your horn is on the floor somewhere in that splintered debris.
Yep.
What do we do with all this shit?
Investigate. What type of swords are they?
Oh, yeah. Can Minnow use them?
Okay. You guys look around the room here of everything that's put away very nicely. Outside of the 12 red cloaks, Minnow, you're able to go ahead and take a quick look of things here. You're going to see 12 spears. You also see 6 short swords, 4 long swords, 6 light crossbows, and 8 quivers with about 20 bolts in each.
I think we should take some of the stuff for the girls.
Yeah. Okay, I'm thinking that, let's have a look. What's a longsword like?
Longsword?
Yeah, I'm just going to look up the numbers.
Oh, okay. It does just base damage. I believe it does a 1d8 slashing and is worth approximately 15 gold pieces.
I've got the +1 longsword on me at the moment, haven't I? So I will probably wanting to dual wield a
Do
lot
we
of them.
want to give the spears to the Junior Thunder Force?
To accompany
they've got-
their scimitars?
Wait,
Yeah.
Junior Thunder Force?
Yeah, the little kids. The little
yeah.
rascals.
Yeah, longsword is 1d8 slashing. That's good. I will take one of the longswords, and
Okay.
then I will switch up my weapons because I've got the +1 longsword that we got from the chest, and I will have that in my main hand, and then the normal longsword in my other hand.
Wonderful. So you're going full dual wield now, huh?
Yep, because we went up to level 4, my feat that I took was dual wielding.
Woohoo! Go Minnow!
It means he adds his full strength to a second attack.
Yep.
And it doesn't. They don't have to be light weapons to dual wield. I can dual wield heavy weapons like the swords. I was going to go for the battle axes, but since we've got these swords free of charge, I'll have them. So I'm going long swords.
Nice.
Put the great sword away. Hand axes on my belt by my side, just in case.
Okay. So you have that sword that had the word Talon on it in one hand and the other long sword in the other hand. Is that correct?
Yes.
Wonderful.
Talon in my main hand, which is a +8 to hit. And normal longsword in my off hand, which is +7 to hit. It's going to be fun.
Dear Lord. Goodness gracious. Okay.
And then when I rage,
Wonderful. We're going to switch back over, narratively speaking here, to Calypso, who has a bunch of cups arranged on her head. But before we get to what Calypso is going to do next here, we're going to go ahead and do a quick another clip here of our sponsor here. Sponsor of this episode is Love by Stella. Hi there, guys and gals. I'm super excited about our sponsor because they make such cool crochet items and decorations that you are just not going to be able to live without. Got a new baby that's on their way into your family? Then check out this baby bonnet and booty set. How about this cool baby cocoon with hat and mittens? And for you new parents out there, how about a crochet sleepyhead? Just sleep with a sleepyhead for a few nights and lightly spritz it with your deodorant, perfume, or body spray so your baby will fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer with your smell. How about a Baby Yoda for your child or grandkids? Or even a Scooby-Doo dog for your child's forever home? And with winter on its way, Love by Stella also makes a cornucopia of blankets. And you know what? That's not all. Love by Stella also does custom designs. Take this kid's drawing, for example, that he did at school one day, for instance. Love by Stella made it into a full-sized best friend. Wreaths, coasters, beanies, dish scrubbies. Love by Stella does it all. Even custom unicorn pieces I can't show you on YouTube. Love by Stella even sent me this super warm beanie for my Chrome Dome, as well as this awesome Knight's Helmet beanie with movable face mask for super cold and windy days, or just some extra cosplay for your next D&D session. And it's all super easy to order. Just go to Facebook and search Love by Stella and scroll down to see all the different items she has to offer. You can even ask her a direct question through the messenger function, or even send her an email message directly. They're quick to respond, and they take pride in each and every one of their handmade products. And now, back to the episode. So, Calypso, we go back to you. I'm assuming Graham did this, or...
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to ignore those here, but what are you doing?
I'm going to very carefully unstack the cups from my head and go investigate room 11. See if there's anything interesting in there.
Okay. All right.
Oh, come on. Leave one cup on your head.
Jesus.
that's a different game. Cuphead's something else.
Right.
If she wore 2 cups, it would be 2 cup one girl.
Oh my god. I was waiting for the joke. I was waiting for it. Calypso, as you go into room 11 here, you immediately identify this as basically an alchemy type setup here with all manner of beakers and flasks and distillate type equipment here with like the curls and stuff like that basically make distillates and stuff like that. You find a number of different tomes or basically books with lots of different types of knowledge in it. But you also find a bag as well on one of the desks as well. It's a purple silk bag that's sitting on the counter there. As you search the room, you also... Give me a second. Got to bring up my page of Dragoon's notes. You also find 3 small bottles holding mercury. You find a vial of dragon bile, as well as powdered nightshade that's worth 25 gold pieces. Basically to an apothecary or alchemist. So your basically you're going to add 3 small bottles. One's filled with mercury, one's filled with dragon bile, and the last one's filled with powdered nightshade.
Was there anything in the purple bag?
There is. I assume. Do you look in the purple bag?
Absolutely.
Okay. Inside the purple bag, you find spheroids that are kind of wrapped in a papery like material. They almost looked as if they're candies. About 100 of them or so, and for each one of these orbs that's wrapped up in this paper wrapper, looks like basically imagine like a Werther's original, but instead of like the shape that the Werther's original is in, it's spheroid about the size of like a sucker, one of those safety suckers, and each one of them is a different shade of color, like all sorts. You got greens, blues, yellows, purples, like all manner of them, and they're all. Each individual wrapped candy is slightly glowing.
Ooh.
I heard candy.
Can I roll
After all that, she only heard the candy word.
Arcana?
Sure, go ahead and roll a d20.
Grab
I
me a
assume,
D20.
are you proficient?
I have a +2 to Arcana.
Okay, wonderful. Okay,
18.
nice. You're able to determine that basically each one of these candies has almost like a different feel to them from Arcana's perspective. Each like its own flavor of magic, you could say. You also are able to determine that just through your roll that basically all of these candies were made basically in this shop as well. You notice a candy mold and a number of different ingredients around the room as well that are kind of stuck on the outside, or pardon me, on the inside of this mold here. Yeah, each one of the candies, you suspect it does something different.
Okay, I'm gonna start reading through the books that are laying there and see if I can find any information in them.
Okay, go ahead and give me an investigation check, not perception, but an actual investigation check.
Graham, roll me a d20. 16 + 4, 20.
Okay. You would be able to go ahead and determine that each one of these candies has basically a different effect on it from what you're able to determine from the books. The books basically give simple recipes of things. For instance, that'll give you 2 random stat increases for perhaps. You see another recipe that'll where your hit points will go up a minor amount. Imagine not necessarily saying, hey, your hit points will go up, but more so of like you feel more invigorated and you feel that life poureth over your mortal cup. You see also other strange recipes is where in there as well. Like for instance, a recipe where your skin liquefies as it sloughs off of your skin and you cry like an infant. Kind of very, very strange recipe. Another recipe that that says allows the user to levitate at will.
Ooh. But there's no indication of like red does this, blue does that.
No. There's no label of what color does what. From your best estimate, it's kind of a hodgepodge. You'll basically get lucky.
Out of game, like the Bernie bots, every flavor beans.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep. Exactly.
With higher stakes.
So those jelly beans on crack.
Yep. Out of game. So no metagaming here, but out of game, I do have an entire list of 100 different things that could possibly happen. All of them, some of them are good, some of them are bad, some of them are kind of medium, but they add extra flavor to the story. But thanks for the pity laugh, guys. Really boosts my ego. Later,
So is every single one a different color, or
Yep, every single one of them is a different color.
so you can't group them into different colors?
There's a couple of like different types of shades of red. One's a little bit more pink than the other. One's a little bit more darker, like a violet. than a red. Others are kind of like an off red. Other ones like an off pink. You got blues of all different types, reds, greens, snozzberry colored ones. You know.
Out of 10.
But as you search the room, Connie or Calypso, that's what you find.
All right. Is it possible for me to learn other tricks from the book, or is that just not a skill that I?
You can go ahead and if you want to go ahead and jot down some of the recipes and stuff like that, it would be potentially possible with the right ingredients to go ahead and reproduce said effects in candy form. Does that help, Connie?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, I'm good.
Setting up a candy shop.
Calypso, I'm going to say with your 20 as well, I'm going to say that you're able to kind of deduce at the same time that Arno this is basically his workshop outside of producing almost like his failures or his attempt at other projects in the wings to make more effects for the red brands.
Okay.
So let's go back to I forgot the who wants to. We're gonna open form here at this point here. Who wants to do what?
I am going to search for a mattress that I can put in the corner over here and
Okay.
kind of make my little space over here to be close to the water.
Okay.
But also have a little space that I can keep my items and stuff like that.
Okay, so you're making like a
little happy corner, a
little
little violet corner.
a violet corner. Okay.
Yeah.
Violet, I'm going to give you a choice. You got a couple of beds here over in section number 9 that are kind of haphazard, lots of lumps in them from the bugbears that occupied them. Or you have a choice of the nice, cushy Princess and the Pea type style bed that's very comfy and whatnot in area number 12. So I'll give you a choice if you want a lumpy bed or if you want a nice, soft, plush, yum bed.
12, please.
Okay, perfect.
Yes. I get a new car.
And you get a bed, and you get a bed.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you do that. You have a very plush bed in the corner here with a couple of the extra fixings. You found yourself like a nightstand that was no longer occupied, and maybe like a small table and chair to put down as well. Okay.
Out of 10. I start making my little space and start placing my journals underneath the bed.
Okay.
And have my packs under there as well, before going off and exploring some more and just wandering around.
Alrighty. Anybody else? What's everybody else doing? Sounds like Violet's setting up shop, setting up a new homestead.
I'm gonna claim the room that I'm in.
Okay.
It's gonna be my room.
I'm going to claim the dungeon.
Of course you would.
I'm going to assume that you all get together at some point, and this is being discussed between everybody instead of just. I call this chair. I call this spot.
I like that it's mine. Has my DNA on it.
I'm gonna jerk off in the dungeon.
No one's going to want it now.
That's how you mark your territory.
I'm gonna go in the corner and do a little spurt there, a little spurt over this corner, and this spurt, and then I'm gonna rub my willy all over the wall here. It's gonna go.
Okie dokie. To roleplay this,
Very uncomfortable.
Graham is severely dehydrated. The next time that you guys see him, as well as a weird smell coming out of area number 5, almost like bleach. Allegedly, I don't know. It could be like a bleach smell.
Morning sea breeze.
Yeah, there we go. Morning sea breeze. And it's the walls are like lightly sticky for some reason. Not sure why. But
Serious.
very mysterious. It could be ectoplasm for all we know. Okay.
Or it could be wallpaper paste. He wanted to adhere some
Oh, thanks, Violet. I just got
You're welcome.
that visualization. Take a drink, everybody.
Well, I have to sprinkle my little oddity in here periodically.
Prison paste is a well-known thing.
Oh my goodness! All right, what else are we doing in the dungeon here? You guys are in a fully unoccupied dungeon. I assume somebody gets rid of bodies. You guys are kind of setting up shop. You got all these supplies, and for the lack of a better phrasing here, you guys have your own fortress of solitude essentially here.
It's a clubhouse.
Yay!
Okay.
That's
So
for me to some of the crates and make like a makeshift wall.
So here's what I would say for between this session and the next session that we have for next week. Give it some thought as to what would you guys, if you guys were given, let's say, like a week or two to go ahead and, you know, kind of play like Susie Homemaker here. What would you do to your own space, essentially, and how would you change things? What would you be doing? And then I'll have you guys go ahead and just DM me directly as to what you would want to do and what section you want to do it in. Graham clearly has done sticky, unspeakable things in area number 5, so I'm assuming he's marked as territory. Connie's got area 11. Violet's got a corner of section number 8 there, next to Charles Jr.
Because I'm drawn to the water. Because my character stood up to what was it? He stood up to an abusive ship captain once, so the other dock workers look up to you. So I've been drawn to the water. So this is my water to remind me of what's comfortable.
Oh,
Nice. Very, very background story driven. I like it, Violet.
Yeah.
Alright, what else are we doing, folks?
I did start the Pinterest board.
oh, I did
Oh,
too.
did you?
Yeah, and it has like different art that has like different packs, like adventure packs and stuff like that. There's some shibari rope tying stuff in it. There's some maps from this game in it. So I will post that in the D&D chat.
Graham just wanted to open up the URL. How can I better decorate my sex dungeon?
Well, Graham, if you want to make your sex dungeon accessible,
BDSM.
Yeah, if you want to make your sex dungeon accessible, let me know, and I'm happy to help.
Does anybody else want to do anything at the moment?
Yeah, I'm still waiting.
Okay, alrighty. Graham, all of a sudden you feel this a large amount of wiggling on your back at the moment. That draws your immediate attention to a small goblin that's squirming on your back, trying to get loose.
Oh, right. I forgot I had him on my back.
His-
I forgot about that guy. Well,
Whoops.
at this point, I'm next to Minnow, and I'm going, can you help me out with my tied-up goblin here? I found him in that room back.
Yeah. I untie him from you and lifting him up with one arm, and I sort of like hold him out towards you for you to take and do with as you wish.
Yeah, let's ask him some questions.
Sex pet.
Let's. You think we could tie him up in my newly taken over dungeon over here?
Absolutely. He's I would say you're going to need to do a strength check if you're going to be grabbing him and trying to move him to a different area, because he's definitely trying to get away from you. He screams out, "Don't kill me! Don't kill me! Don't kill me!"
Minnow's doing the grabbing, right? So does he have to do the
I've
strength
got.
check?
Oh dear. We could both do it.
Yeah, can
Rock,
we
paper,
do
scissors for it.
a unanimous strength check? Like he does one, I do one.
Okay, sure. Like one hand in one character's possession, one hand in the other. Absolutely, go ahead, go for it. Watch, we both get 2 ones. Okay.
Close.
Right, close, very close. Graham, he's able to go ahead and get loose from you here, but Minos keeps a firm grasp on him. What are you guys doing with him again?
I want to put him in the dungeon, tie him up in the dungeon.
Play hot
Tie
goblin.
him up after you healed him.
Yeah. And I also want to let him know that I mended his bruises and bones while he was asleep.
He rotates his shoulder a little bit and says, "Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that. That's you guys don't seem so bad after all, I guess. Nice to meet you.
All right. Well, we're gonna put you in a nice, safe room, and we got a couple questions for you, but we're not gonna hurt you. We just want you to stay put, so we want to talk.
You promise you're not gonna make me lick the floor or bark like a dog or nothing?
I'll let you have some meat that I put in my pocket, some pocket meat.
I've never. The bugbears don't let me eat meat. Are you sure they're?
Yeah, come on in. Yeah, come on in here. Let me just rub it on this sticky spot in the wall real quick. It'll add flavor.
No. No. Oh,
Oh, that looks delicious. It kind of looks a little bit dirty, like gravy. This is good stuff.
This is good
Oh
stuff.
yeah, like adding ketchup.
And he actually dives in and starts eating this mystery meat with
Oh,
mystery
God.
gravy on it, and just gobbles it all down and kind of rubs his tummy. He says,
Oh, this is better than the garbage I get from the bugbears.
While he's rubbing his belly, I'm going to take my hand and I'm just going to stick it into my belly area and start play with my belly button.
Yeah, Bundy.
Ugh.
take 2 drinks, everybody. It's
Before our next game, we need to talk about that finger flicker.
It's out there in the world.
Yeah. So I want to explore what that, or even making something interim, like it comes to me in the night.
Oh,
Well, it
gotcha.
came all right.
Yeah.
Oh
The
god,
thing
take a
is,
drink.
I just want to, I want this guy to know, just take it in nice and deep, like, make sure it gets into that belly.
The
We need you to get nice and well.
the goblin finishes licking his fingers very greedily and says,
Oh, that was kind of weird tasting, but it's better than what I'm normally used to. It's
he extends a freshly licked hand.
He says, well, hey, my name is Travers. What's your name?
Well, hello, Travers. I'm Herbert, and that's my salted meat.
Oh, it's very delicious. What is it made out of?
I don't know. I found it over there in a box, and I salted it.
Oh, very nice. That's
Yeah.
was it from the
Foxmeat.
trash pile or where? Who knows? It tasted good, so it must be good.
Well, it was in the whore's room, so I just took it out of her box and put some salt on it, and then I had you put it in your mouth, and here we are. You just anyway. So, do you have any clothes?
I do.
He looks down at the what he's currently wearing.
Okay, so what are you wearing? What is that?
He's wearing some leather bracers around his wrists. He's got some greaves made of leather around his ankle area, as well as a leather belt that goes around his midsection with some leathery rags from a large snake you can imagine in the tunic area. So basically, what he's wearing now is what he's wearing on the character model.
So what are you doing in this place? Where'd you come from? Why are you here? Who got you here?
I was here to help out the bugbears when they came to help Arno. The bugbears were here as the muscle, just in case the red brands got out of hand.
So then, how did you get all your bruises and stuff?
The bugbears, they beat me. It's more of a hazing. They say it's part of getting to be part of the group, but it just hurts.
Why did you ask us if we were going to make you lick the floor and stuff?
Because that's what the bugbears like me to do. They like me to bark as a dog sometimes, or lick the floor, or clean up their poop.
The only thing I'm going to ask you to do is occasionally give me a nice back rub.
I could do that. I'm
All
good at
right.
that.
Good. All right. I'm sure that those you got some long claws there or nails.
They're good for getting into tough spots when you're cleaning.
Yeah, I like it. When you give him a back rub, can you just occasionally just graze my back with them? It feels good when you do it rough like that.
Yeah, we could definitely do that. We could work something out for sure.
Okay, cool. So before I'm just I start playing with my belly button again, and then I hesitate and I pull my hand away, and I go, not right now. I have to concentrate. Okay, so can you come on in here? Because I need some help.
My true passion lies with equine sciences. I like horses. I like to brush them and to like put their backpacks on them and to help people.
If we ride a horse till it gets wet, will you put it in the barn for us?
I would, but I'd brush it first and make sure it was dry so it didn't get the sniffles or a cold.
Oh, okay. All right. Would you? Never mind.
Then when the horse is nice and dry, I would warm it slightly with a blanket. And then get it warm water, because if you feed horses cold water like that when they're wet like that, then they could get like super sniffles, which is really bad for horses.
Do you know where to find mushrooms?
Oh yeah, you can find the mushrooms all over the place. You can find them in the shadows of trees. Sometimes if you're lucky here and you get too close to a fey area, you can find the mushroom circles. But you got to be careful when picking those. Sometimes they have people guarding them.
You could find other types of mushrooms just basically anywhere. It's just, they're very plentiful.
Have you ever heard of PayPal?
I've never heard of that. What is PayPal?
It's a way to make money and pay. It's a form of currency. It's new.
What about gold and silver and electrum and all
Well, what
coins
you
of the
do
land?
is you invest the gold and silver with us, and it gets put into PayPal, and then later you get your money returned tenfold.
So it's fake money?
No, it's not fake money. No, can you come in here? I need some help.
Like an IOU?
It's where you pay a pal using the carrier birds system.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so just remember that we were using carrier birds to carry your money to and from individuals.
Oh, like sending a raven.
Bingo! You get your items faster and on time.
That's cool. I've never heard of that.
Well, all you gotta do is just pay 10 gold or whatever you have on you, and
for the bird and the programming and the training.
Yep. And then moving forward from then on, you have your PayPal and your.
It's twatter.
How much can I get on PayPal for these? He digs around in underneath his leather belt there and pulls out 3 of his own teeth, and he doesn't pull them out of his head. They're already pre-removed. He says, here, the bugbear said this was an accident, but how many can I get for these? Are these worth anything?
Just for a personal note, where are his teeth missing? Are they like all from one spot?
There's oh my god, one is a canine, one is a molar, one is a wisdom tooth.
Okay, so they're more from the back and the side. Okay, I'll take that. You could put it in my velvet bag here, and then you are in the program.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. That's pretty easy. That's
all
nice.
right, from now on, all we ask is that you tell everybody about PayPal and direct them towards anybody in our group, and we'll introduce you to.
It's an affiliate. An additional.
Yeah, and as part of your
referral program.
Every time you refer somebody, we'll give you
an additional contact in your bird spraying.
And a dildo.
No.
And that's pretty good. That's my first official job. Does it pay anything?
Have you ever had a dildo before?
I don't know what that is.
Maybe your children are in the room.
A teammate of ours has one. A lot, actually. She has a collection, and she won't let me near them, but maybe she'll let you see.
Cool. I like the referral program. It sounds kind of fun, but there's nobody else in here. How can I refer anything to anybody? Really?
Oh, you stick with us, and we'll let you have some more salted meat.
Oh, I like meat.
That's right. So you want to be part of our gang?
That'd be cool.
Cool.
Yeah, I like that. That'd be cool.
You met Minnow. He was holding you earlier.
Just so as long as you don't like haze me or like you guys don't have like any type of like initiations or anything like that, like licking the floor or rolling around like a dog.
You mind helping me decorate my dungeon here? I want it to be a sex dungeon. It's gonna be like I want some chains, some hooks, and some Chinese chairs that swing around and bounce up and down, and like a platform that has holes in it that you just sit on and wait for somebody to. Well, I'll show you later. So,
Honey is water torture.
Trevor's kind of breaks down crying, like happy emotion type crying, and he pulls up the leather. What am I trying to say here? The leather thing.
Tunic?
Yep, like cod cloth.
Loincloth.
Loincloth. There we go. He pulls up the leather loincloths and just very happily like kind of blows his nose and wipes his eyes at the same time. Nobody's ever asked me to decorate before.
Did you just flash me?
Yeah, you saw goblin junk there for a second.
Nice.
Very like basic instinct-esque.
All right. You want to talk to the rest of the group?
Yeah, that'd be fun. Let's do it.
I get the whole emotional stuff there, my little friend, but
should I decorate?
I'm not into it.
Could you untie me, maybe?
If you promise not to run away. If you try to run away, you won't get any more salted meat.
Oh, I promise. You
can't help me decorate.
Goblin's honor.
Okay. Hey, Minnow, can you help me untie this guy?
Yeah. So, am I still holding him?
No, yeah, you were, weren't you? Yeah, because we took him into the dungeon, so you're technically like next to him.
In that case, while I'm holding him, we untie him, and then with we open the door to the cell, and I throw him in like I'm throwing a ball.
Like a ball.
because he's little compared to me, and I just throw him in and we shut the door.
Okay. Do you mind staying in this little room for just a little bit, and we'll bring the rest of the group in to meet you?
Oh yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I'll start. What do they call? What do the bugbears call it? Brainstorming.
Yeah, I want some really good ideas about decoration.
Okay, I'll start thinking.
I don't get how the bugbear's gonna have brainstorming because they don't have a brain.
Alrighty. So what are you guys doing here?
I'm gonna give him a little bit more meat, rub it on the wall, give it to him, and then Minnow and I just make sure that door stays locked. Do we have a lock on the door?
Yeah, you can easily lock it up. You guys have the keys.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna make sure the door stays locked, and then we're gonna go find the rest of our party.
Okay. Alrighty. You guys are all in front of
a long time.
What's that, Connie?
He's been gone for an awfully long time.
Yeah.
There's someone that was
What's
just
going on?
ensuring her safety back home. Wink, wink.
They're going to Neverwinter, I think.
Correct.
Oh, that's true.
Yep. Neverwinter's.
Oh.
Neverwinter's like the 3-4
I forgot it was
days
in Tin
travel.
Town. Okay.
Okay. What are you guys doing? So essentially, Herbert, he basically tells everybody what's happened thus far. He had a backpack that woke up on his back, and he told you guys all about the conversation as well as the items that he fed Travers.
Welcome to the gang.
Don't think they needed to know what he fed him.
I look around and say, these walls are sticky. Have they always been this sticky?
Oh my goodness.
It's probably just the condensation from the cold in this room. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm just, I'm not worried about it. It's just, it kind of smells. But welcome to the gang.
Oh,
Thank
thank you. I've just so everybody knows I've been promised that nobody would make me lick the floor, or roll around like a dog, or bark like a dog, or eat poop. I don't do any of that anymore.
Good.
I'm Astrid.
Nice to meet you, Astrid. My name is Travers.
Hello.
Someday I'd like to get my degree in equine science. I think it'd be fun. I like horses. I do good horse stuff.
We befriended some horses that talk.
Really? I've never heard of those. Are they what kind of horses are they?
That was in the Plane of Mischief, and I bribed them with candy.
Huh, that's interesting. I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it was kind of a whole weird situation. Like, we were being beaten to a pulp, so to speak. So maybe it was an illusion. I'm not entirely 100% sure, but it was pretty realistic. It seemed real.
That's really interesting. I'll have to maybe sit by the fire someday and discuss the entirety of season or episode 1 through 10 at 11.
Yes. And then, well, I keep track of all of our adventures in my books. So I'm happy to sit down with you and catch you up on all of our escapades recently.
Oh, that's awesome. I'd love to sit down and read it. Maybe it'll help me get to know you guys a little bit better. It's like I could design this sex dungeon.
Yeah. We also have another member who is currently sleeping right now. His name is Charles Jr. He's the Nothet.
Oh yeah, I know him. He knows all my secrets.
Yeah, he's pretty cool. Sometimes literally, because I'm sleeping right by the water. Welcome aboard. And I'm sure that they've given you the pitch of the PayPal and Twatter.
Oh yeah, I'm in the club now. I'm part of the PayPal. I gave him my 3 teeth.
Okay. So that means that he gets an extra contact, because especially since you gave from yourself, that proves to us how much you believe in PayPal and Twatter.
It's like being part of a family.
Yeah, it is. And then our birds are all interconnected, so we have a family plan. So you're part of our family plan now.
I've never had a family before.
Well, we're a chosen family, so you're welcome to be a part of it.
I really appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Yeah.
So yeah, what are you guys gonna do? What are you guys up to? What's the plan?
Shall we let him out and let him wander around inside?
Yes. Let him leave the dungeon.
No, not yet. He hasn't finished getting his plan for your sex dungeon
Well,
yet.
yeah, but
Run away.
he could find materials. He could scavenge for materials for the sex dungeon.
Oh yes. Let's ask him if he's a good scavenger.
Oh, us goblins, we're really good when it comes to scavenging and making stuff. I heard my cousin Skuzowitz. He does bridges, and he's good at those. We haven't seen him though in a long time. But yeah, we're really good at making stuff and construction sometimes. Things don't hold together real good. That's why us goblins were really good at making things that hold less load, less weight. and we can get across them. But when big things come across, then they collapse. It's kind of like a security feature built in, but it's more out of fault than anything else.
Walk away. As I walk away, I yell, "One day I'll teach you how to make your bridges accessible."
Yay! So, do you guys let them loose at this point?
Okay, let them loose. we need to find some stuff to decorate the dungeon.
Oh, I can take care of that. There's plenty of stuff in the dungeon here. I can find bits and pieces of stuff and start work right away.
All right. Don't if anybody else wants help decorating their rooms, you can help them out.
Do you want the entire place done in sex dungeon-esque type things, or like one room? Or...
No, let's just make the cell that you're in more like a sex dungeon, and then the side over here that Calypso's on, we'll make this more of a luxury
Dungeon?
pad.
Oh.
Like
so out of
comfy.
game, you just want section 5 to be sex dungeon.
Section 5, half of Section 5 would be a sex dungeon. Half of Section 5 will be a pad filled with pillows and comfy things and cloth and
Silk
and
sheets
silk
and candles.
that I can rub against my cheeks.
You got it, boss.
But it doesn't matter which cheeks.
Got it. I'll keep it. I'll keep an eclectic spread for you.
Oh yeah, you said spread. All right. Okay, well, that sounds good.
Take a drink.
Nope.
All right, change of subject. I'm gonna go outside and forage for herbs.
Wonderful. Thank you, Connie.
I appreciate you, Connie.
Two more seconds here, Connie. We're gonna get to that part of that here. Is anybody else doing anything else?
I'm getting some tables for me to set up a writing station.
Okay.
So I found a table in one of the other rooms, and I'm decorating with what we have.
Okay. Connie, as you make your way out of the Tresendor Manor here, I assume you guys went back the way you went back the way that you guys entered there. As Connie, as Calypso, makes her way out of the dungeon, she actually spots Sildar Hallwinter, who runs up to her real quick and says, "Did you find him? Did you get all of them? You got all the red brands?"
Hello, Sildar. Yes, we killed everybody.
Oh my goodness!
We saved Myrna and her children. I don't know if you're familiar with them. We found them in the dungeon and we rescued them and took them home.
Yes, the woodworker's wife. Yes.
Yes. We found a goblin. We found a woman named Valerie and Charles Jr. Oh, you wouldn't know his name.
Nothic.
He's a Nothic.
Because that would be metagaming, and we don't do that.
Yes.
Well, anyways, we killed all the evil. We befriended the good, and all is well.
This is very good news. This is room for celebration, I'd say. Let me.
Absolutely.
Pardon me. I'm getting Traver's voice all of a sudden here with Sildar. Sildar says, hey, we should. This is definitely room for celebration here with such. Our town is much safer with you adventurers here, and here I'm sure that the mayor wouldn't mind here. But let's tell you what. Here, come by the mayor's place here later tonight, and let's have a celebratory dinner here. I'll tell the rest of the town here, and we'll celebrate an impromptu St. Schwimmen's Day for everybody here to celebrate.
Wonderful. I'll let my friends know.
Wonderful. And he very happily kind of trots off and to go spread the word, spread the news.
I'm gonna pop back in and let everybody know that we're invited to dinner at the mayor's estate.
Okay, so you do that. Connie, you also go ahead and collect a.
Can we bring Tavers and Charles Jr. with us? If
you can do whatever you guys want.
Wow, power! That's not scary.
Alrighty, so anybody else doing anything else whatsoever inside the dungeon before I assume the party is going to say, yeah, let's get some grub, let's get something to eat?
I think that sounds good right now.
Wonderful. Alrighty.
I think we're pretty much done in here.
I'm loading in Phandelver here. Let's just say everybody gets brushed up at using their skills of brushing up and whatnot, of getting a little bit cleaned up and whatnot, and you guys all meet at the
You guys meet at the Townmaster's Hall where he lives there, and you guys are greeted by Sildar as well as the mayor. And one other individual that you don't quite recognize there at the table. The mayor says, "Oh yes, come on in." Sildar told me all the good news. You guys took care of the red brands. There's no more red brand. The rest of the town is over at Toblin's celebrating a St. Schwimmen's Day. So I figured we could, maybe we'll have a nice little dinner here and to celebrate. So I could personally thank you from my personal stock of fine wines and fine ales and such, and then we could maybe just have a good St. Schwimmen's Day over at Toblin's. Maybe everybody basically sits down at mayor's table there for some yummy dinner. And the mayor directs everyone's attention over to you. Says, "This is my newest friend. He just came to Phandelver here. He's sir. What was your name again?
Lottie.
Do you have a latte?
Hmm?
Your name is Latte.
No, Slotty. Slotty. I forgot how to spell.
Lotty.
Well, it's very nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. You used to have a problem with a local ruffian group here called the Red Brands here, but these adventurers here, we all owe our greatest respects to them. Here for getting rid of them here. Welcome to our kind of run of the mill town here, and let's all go ahead and hold hands here. And Sildar, would you say the evening prayer? So I assume everybody holds hands. Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I'm right next to Graham.
So Sildar sits down and says, I guess we'll go ahead and we'll say grace here, and I'll go ahead and I'll bless this food here. It's for you that don't know, it's the oath of the ancients. It's he's one of my gods that I've sworn to here, being a paladin and all. So I'll go ahead and I'll bless our food here now. He says thank you Bahamut for blessing us this day. Without the red brands, this town will be very prosperous, and these adventurers, we all basically love this food, and we all promise to defend the natural world as well as all of its creatures against the forces of death, decay, and all manner of abomination, no matter what they look like. So says I, Paladin Sildar Hallwinter, and he says, he goes on to say, basically the equivalent of D&D Amen.
I got some meat in my pocket. Can you bless my meat?
Sure. We sure could, absolutely. So he does
my meat here and splat on the table.
Sildar goes over and says
Wait,
again.
No. Hang on a sec. Let me put it back in my pocket. Touch my pocket.
He says very unorthodox, but I guess we could definitely do that for you. And
you gotta put your hand on it nice and firmly.
He firmly,
with a kiss.
He kisses his back of his hand and then firmly puts it onto your pocket and blesses your pocket. You not only feel the warmth of his hand, but you also feel some type of happiness. And almost like it was protection, but more like warmth and girthiness fill your pocket.
No. He's got to kiss the meat.
Do you have to, you know how people usually kiss the ring? You want to kiss the meat?
He says, Norm, it's very unorthodox. We usually don't do that type of thing. Well, the back of the kiss of the hand is good. I know my god of the paladin type definitely blesses things. Good.
I totally get it. But I'm going to try to persuade you to listen to the god of the meats. You have to kiss the meat after you bless it.
Wonderful. So he says, it's I guess that's fine. I guess we could do that. And he very awkwardly bows his head and kisses your pocket.
No, I said the meat, not my pocket.
Oh, then he kisses your meat, Graham.
And don't forget to use the tongue.
My god says no. As the mayor comes around and serves everybody wine, everybody go ahead and give me a Constitution saving throw, if you would please. You guys are all served corned beef hash. You guys are served different types of roasted chicken. You also see a boar on the table as well. That was cooked to perfection. And as the night goes on, you guys are greeted by more and more wine and ale and hard liquors and stuff like that in celebration. Sildar, however, he's looking a little bit worse for wear, and he turns to Minnow and says, when I was back in training, we used to kill you lot, but I'm glad you're just a mooer now. You guys, you're apparently good.
How close am I to Minnow?
I don't know, where are you guys sitting?
Well, I thought that he said that he was going to sit next to me.
Yeah, so Minnow, you're sitting next to Graham, right?
Okay, yeah.
Right,
Okay.
so I'm going to say, because you called him a mooer and you had to bring up bad memories of slaughtering his kind, you now have to rub my shoulders.
Moo. You like that?
Yeah, you got to
You
rub
like
my
that?
shoulders.
Moo.
buddy. Rub my shoulders. You will do what I say.
At this point, Sildar is a little bit more inebriated than he should be, and he kind of stumbles over and spills a bunch of drink there, and instead of rubbing your shoulders, he just tosses a glass at you. Says, "You could have it. You can take that. There's your shoulder rub, you sicko."
Let's go back to my room.
Moo.
I'll show you how to take care of your glasses.
Moo.
I'll make you move.
Stand up. I'm going to stand up and basically, as he's facing, where's he facing at the moment? Is he facing me or is he facing?
Yeah, he's facing you at this point. Here, he's across the table. He says, "What's the walking steak gonna do about it, huh? Huh? What are you gonna do?" Moo.
I reach across the table and clasp him with my offhand.
Okay.
And draw my longsword.
I'm going to try to hit him on the head with my hammer.
And I'm just going to attempt to skewer him.
Okay, go ahead and roll a d20 for me, Minnow.
Oh, more rolls. I'm going to pick a different set.
I stand up and walk over to Sildar and hand him a glass of water and say, I think you need some hydration.
I'm going to actually take that a step further and give him a dose of Wisp's breath that I foraged a few minutes ago that slows intoxication. I'm going to tell him he needs to get a grip on himself.
Oh, okay. Just so everybody knows here, with Sildar actually has stats in the module, and what was your roll, Minnow? Was it a 9? Okay.
What was it rolling for?
You were rolling to skewer him.
Yeah, so that was going to be a
is
roll.
Is there any modifiers to that?
Which sword did you try to skewer him with? Your +1 or longsword?
Longsword +1. Yeah, I grabbed him with my offhand.
Okay.
And
So that 9 would have been a 10.
As the sword is a +1, yes.
Okay, all right. That does not hit. You somehow are a little bit affected by the wine and the drink at the table there.
Do I get the +8 hit damage as well?
Oh, is that okay? So there's a +8 to it on top of it.
Well, there's a +8 to hit.
Oh, okay. So give me the total number with all your bonuses added up.
Okay, if I rolled a 9 to hit,
okay,
then it was the +8 on top, so that's 17.
Okay, you do skewer Sildar a little bit.
Oh, nice.
Go ahead and roll me what that hit damage would be, sir.
That would be
Is the damage +2?
The damage is going to be, because I'm using it as single-handed, because I'm using my offhand to grab him, is a 1d8 +6.
Okay.
7.
Okay. Okay. Alrighty.
Just a flesh wound.
Yeah.
Sildar's eyes kind of go agape by what you basically just did to him there. Connie, Violet, remind me again what you guys wanted to do.
Water.
You guys wanted to intervene with
Yeah.
water. Violet, are you tossing the water, or what are you doing here?
I was going to take the alcohol away and give him water instead.
Okay. He doesn't take any notice to the water since he's just been a little tiny bit shish kebabbed.
Yeah.
I was going to give him a dose of Wisp's breath.
How are you administering that with those two stood up at the table?
I'm just going to shove it in his mouth at this point.
And basically force it on him? Okay.
Yep.
All right, go ahead and roll me a d20 if you'd please. Oh, wow. Okay.
17.
Alrighty. And whose mouth are you stuffing this into?
Sildar's.
Sildar's? Okay. You're able to go ahead and stuff it into his mouth there, and he kind of snaps out of his drunken stupor just a little bit. He's still pretty drunk, but not as belligerent as he was, and his eyes are still agape and has kind of realized, like, oh my god, what did I just do? And so what are you guys doing? He's a little bit taken back. He says, oh my god, oh no, oh, I'm so sorry, oh, I'm sorry.
I want a shoulder rub now.
Fuck your shoulder rub. I got a sword in me.
Oh, well.
Well, that just serves you right.
I'll mend your wound there.
Sildar,
rub my shoulder.
Sildar grabs the blade with 2 hands pressed against the sword and starts to slowly pull the sword out of his gut there. He's like, excuse me, I gotta go. And he runs out of the room. Is anybody else doing anything?
I'm gonna try to hit him on the head with my hammer. Knock him out.
All right, Graham, go ahead and roll me a d20 if you would, please. If you get higher
in response, I'll actually yell enough and take the form of a brown bear to go in between.
Graham, you rolled a 16.
Yeah.
Do you have any bonuses to that? I mean, you still hit. I was just curious. Yes, halfway of Sildar getting, kind of retreating to tend to his wounds here. You actually you knock him out, and he falls to the floor like a bag of potatoes here.
Awesome. All right, guys, he's out cold. Where do we put him until he wakes up in his soul?
The rest of the party notices a giant bear as well. All of a sudden, where Slotty was at there.
Slotty.
Oh, he either goes in our sex dungeon prison, or he goes in the grave.
Probably the sex dungeon prison.
Preferably
the one without pillows.
Because I'll kill him without hesitation.
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good.
When Minnow says that, I'll walk up to him, go up on my hind legs, and almost face to face right with him, and just stare him down.
So you're gonna stare down Minnow at this moment, Slotty?
While I'm still in bear, yeah.
Okay.
Don't get between me.
All right.
I'll take you out too.
Hold on, everybody. Everybody got so silent, and the role playing kind of just halted. Like mommy just got hit by daddy, but everybody's like still at the dinner table trying to eat. So as the cliffhanger for this week, what you guys just kind of think of what you guys are going to do starting here next week. We're going to go ahead and call it there at that cliffhanger where all of this took place at the dinner table here, where Slotty is basically now staring down Minos face to face. Okay. So yeah, let's call that a cliffhanger, and you guys think of what's going to happen next week.
Sounds good.
Oh my goodness gracious. So yes, that's the end of the episode. Bye everybody. We'll see everybody later, and we'll do one last advertisement from our sponsor this week here, which is Love by Stella. So
yay! Love by Stella.
So we'll run the ad one more time here. Thank you, Stella. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
And sponsor of this episode is Love by Stella. Hi there, guys and gals. I'm super excited about our sponsor because they make such cool crochet items and decorations that you are just not going to be able to live without. Got a new baby that's on their way into your family? Then check out this baby bonnet and booty set. How about this cool baby cocoon with hat and mittens? And for you new parents out there, how about a crochet sleepyhead? Just sleep with a sleepyhead for a few nights and lightly spritz it with your deodorant, perfume, or body spray so your baby will fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer with your smell. How about a Baby Yoda for your child or grandkids? Or even a Scooby-Doo dog for your child's forever home? And with winter on its way, Love by Stella also makes a cornucopia of blankets. And you know what? That's not all. Love by Stella also does custom designs. Take this kid's drawing, for example, that he did at school one day, for instance. Love by Stella made it into a full-sized best friend. Wreaths, coasters, beanies, dish scrubbies. Love by Stella does it all. Even custom unicorn pieces I can't show you on YouTube. Love by Stella even sent me this super warm beanie for my Chrome Dome, as well as this awesome Knight's Helmet beanie with movable face mask for super cold and windy days, or just some extra cosplay for your next D&D session. And it's all super easy to order. Just go to Facebook and search Love by Stella and scroll down to see all the different items she has to offer. You can even ask her a direct question through the messenger function, or even send her an email message directly. They're quick to respond, and they take pride in each and every one of their handmade products. And now, back to the episode.